Hi kids, my name's Eric and I'm one of the lab managers, and behind you is Doug. Say hi, Doug.
Hi kids.
Okay, well, you're supposed to look at. Anyways, we're gonna teach you guys how to use the Zeus printer, and it's super easy. So if Doug comes closer, we can maybe take a look at just how we will use this printer. So if you look inside, it has a glass removable tray, and that goes on like such, and a filament spool holder right there. And so with that, even you can 3D print. There you go. And so we're gonna learn how to first print out of this machine. Before I print though, I'm gonna use a glue stick and put plenty of glue on the bed, but not too much because that's a waste of glue. Okay. And here's how to begin printing. So first we're gonna select print on the menu, and then we take our handy dandy USB, plug it in as such, and then wait for the computer to recognize the USB. Oh, and there it is. We have recognized our USB. So I can select the USB. Oh, no. That is how you safely remove your USB. And then, most likely, you will have uploaded an STL file, which is an option up here. And then you will select your part. So I will choose that one. And you can see, you can drag it around, try to relocate it if you need. And in order to move it around or scale or other options, you press Edit, which is in the top right. So I can rotate it around the X-axis, I can put it back, the Y-axis, put it back, and then I can also center it with Set Button. But something to remember is that if there's this green box in the middle of that cylinder box, and the green box is your print area. So I can move it around, I can move that way and down if I want. I can go back to center, and then I can resize it. I just press, maybe I want it 0.2 times the size, so 20%. So 0.2, press OK, and then I press this button to apply. Damn, that's small. So, I'm gonna move it back just a little bit. All right, so that's good. And then I can close this. Do I want to save the changes? Yes. Okay. Sure. No. I press no because that would take me back to the other menu. And so then I'm going to go ahead and press print. And then, let's see, we're going to choose the 3D4E option and go to normal. And then usually about an infill of 10 to 15 is plenty. And then do I want to add a raft? Sure. I'll add a raft. That adds a nice bottom layer to the print. Then I might add support structure, even though it's not necessary because it'll calculate it for you. So I press next, and it's going to slice the plastic part. It'll load it up, and then it'll ask you if you want to print. And all you have to do is press print right there. Okay, there we go. Please keep lid open. Okay, that's unnecessary. Keeping this open. So, in order to change the filament to one of our other beautiful colors, you go into the menu, and there's a sideways square with another square in the middle of it. And you're gonna push that one. And then it's gonna say, you're gonna go to the extruder. And then I will press heat. And when you heat the extruder, you're gonna get it up to 197 degrees Celsius. So while we wait for that to happen, we're gonna go pick a new filament. Doug, this way.
Coming.
And in this drawer, marked PLA, going to go into the drawer. Ooh, wow. Oh, so many colors. Doug, which one should we choose? How about this peach?
Oh, that's pretty.
I like this peach.
Good choice.
I'm surprised we haven't used this.
That's pretty.
Peach Panther. All right, so I'm gonna bring this over. And one thing to check with this filament is if it snaps really easily. Oh, wow, this one doesn't snap very easily, so that's fine. I think we checked them all, so you don't have to do that. I'm gonna cut it. So, put that down. And continue to wait. But one might notice that this compartment isn't quite big enough for this whole spool to fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get our spool holder.
Behind you. It's over here.
Our spool holder. Right here. And I will set it right here and put this side. And one thing I will make sure to note is that the filament is moving in this direction, because the way that the filament spools go and the way the feeder works, it goes up like that. So, I'm going to put this there and make sure that the filament doesn't get too loose and tangle like that. There we go. Yes. So now that that's set up, I can see that the temperatures are now 198 degrees C. So that means I can press the retract button. And that made the spool or the filament start coming out of there. Now that it's stopped moving, I push down on this lever and then I pull out this filament. Now I'll go over here and I'll remove this one and rewind it back up. But before I do anything else, I'm gonna put this back in the bin. And try to keep it color coded because it looks pretty. Ooh, pretty, yes. Now that that's done, I can add this filament to that. And I will take the end of this filament, and now Doug, if you get close, you're gonna have to be able to see the tube in which the filament gets fed into, which is right there. Right there. And I will fill that in. Keep on feeding it. Oh, and now it's in the other side. Perfect. So I will put this end of this filament into that hole, push it down, and then it'll try to go in between these two silver gears, and then I'll open it back up and push it back down until I can't push it in anymore. And then once I close it, I'm going to press the extrude button. Until filament starts coming out. Yep. And now that filament's out, we're ready to print. And I'm going to remove this and throw it in the bin. And that is how you do filament changes.
Whoa. So fun.
So fun.